when it comes to the Electoral College, Donald Trump still has the advantage. New poll data in today suggesting that when it comes to who is going to win the Oval Office in November of 2024, who's going to be going to Pennsylvania Avenue, it's not going to be Kamala Harris. At least the odds are suggesting that at this moment. Now, this is the antithesis of what you're hearing everywhere else. I get it. So let me explain myself a little bit. We have this thing called the Electoral College, which means all of those states, they really, really matter. You can't just win the popular vote like Hillary Clinton did, right? You can't just go in and say, I'm going to take California and New York, and that's that. You've actually got to work for it, and you got to work for those little states like Nevada. You got to work for places like Pennsylvania. You got to work for places like Michigan, et cetera. And so when you look at all of that state polling, Nate Silver has crunched a lot of these numbers in his model. He's finding, actually, he's come down a little bit from this, 61.6% Trump, Harris at 38.1%. But one of the things I want to show you is that he's effectively saying that this is Trump's election to lose. And I want to show you why he says that. Let's look at this data right here. So he's actually putting the current forecast right now at basically 60-40. So Trump's probability is nearly 60%. So again, down from what we saw the day after the debate. And so, again, he's facing his challenges. He's got to get through that because a lot of people wanted to see more. They didn't get it, whatever. But, you know, it's one blip. He's not doing another debate. She actually, in my estimation, came off as kind of a mean girl that didn't have any ideas on how she was actually going to grow our economy or secure our border or secure our nation, for that matter. But that's neither here nor there. Just look where we are in the current forecast in the middle of this. What you see is basically a 40-60 split. Now, go on down. So Trump, if he goes up 1 point in the current polls, suddenly you're looking at nearly a 70-30 split, okay? So he's going to be coming up at 67.1%. If he goes up 2 points in the current polls, he's looking at like a 74% chance of winning. So this is amazing to me. This is really solidifying that this is his election to win, because you compare and contrast it, say, with Harris. If she goes up 1 point from the current polls, well, then that just puts her at a 47.7% chance. Versus him going up 1 point, 67.1% chance. So this is fascinating. Look, the polls are hard. The polls are really, really hard. It's why I look at the betting markets. You know, I like Polymarket. We've been taking a look at some of that stuff. Very, very interesting sort of innovative technology that they're using there on Polymarket to get to their odds. And you're seeing a bit of a tie in that market right now. But I also think you've got to look at these prediction models, because the tie is sort of what people think in the here and now. The prediction model takes in a whole lot of other elements, from every single poll out there to some reads on the economy, to some reads on labor market, et cetera, et cetera. So this is pretty darn fascinating. And hey, look, you know, it gels with what we're seeing, like the NAACP poll that just came out this week. She's not getting the enthusiasm that you would suspect for someone like Kamala Harris. It's just not happening. Remember to subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. It's really important that you do that right now. Really, really important.